Hello, folks. Welcome to Primetime Movie Network. I am James Timms of the Primetime Movie Network coming at you with another video. And today, I want to give my 2 cents on the second trailer that's been released by Blumhouse Universal Pictures of The Exorcist Believer, which is the highly anticipated horror film of the year for sure, which comes out in October 6th. I want to say it was October 13th, but it got pushed up due to the Taylor Swift thing. So October 6th is the release date of Exorcist Believer. Now, if you haven't seen my video regarding the first trailer that came out a few weeks ago, be sure to check that out as well. And yeah, man, the second trailer has been released, and from what I've seen, from the uh con- overall consensus, is that the trailer's dog shit. The trailer's dog shit. Is terrible. It's something that we haven't seen before, and I have yet to see the trailer up to this point. But everybody keeps telling me, "Oh, it's shit. It's shit. The movie looks like shit whatsoever. It looks like fucking garbage, man." So I'm thinking, damn, what? Like that bulldog. What could they have done to make them people that mad? So if you see my reaction to the first trailer of The Exorcist Believer, I remember saying at the time that it was okay. It was okay. It was really nothing that made me go, "Oh my god, I gotta see it." "Oh my god, this looks so good." No, it just looked like paint by numbers, run of the mill exorcism film that we've seen over the past 20 some odd years. Um, I remember the poster. The poster of the two girls was kind of nice. The black and white images of the two girls I thought was a nice touch. I like the idea that it's not one girl people it's two at the same time. They appear to be friends as well. I like that. I like that idea. I like the fact that the mom is back. They dusted her off to come back. Ellen Bernstein still looks fantastic. And but I remember looking at the first trailer, and being like, it's okay. You know, it's really nothing really knocks my socks off. Now, for those that may not have seen the Exorcist film, it is one of the greatest horror films of all time. No question about it. And it is very highly regarded. Hell, some either consider the greatest horror film of all time. It's very highly regarded, very highly respected. And when this movie was announced, this put a lot of pressure. Like there's a lot of riding on this because that film was very highly regarded. So, and then like I said before, you have the idea, you have the same exact team that brought us the Halloween trilogy coming back here. That of course caused some people to pause because I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Halloween trilogy by David Gordon Green. I thought there were certain moments that were really good, certain shots that were taken that was really good, certain things I liked, certain things I did not like. It was if you watch the three films back to back to back, it's really odd because it could have been so much better. So much better. I Halloween Ends, for example, we left on a whimper with Halloween Ends. I remember saying at the time, I still feel this way. I thought the Corey Cunningham storyline was good. I liked it, but why is it in this movie? Like, why are you putting certain things into this film? It was just really odd how they executed that trilogy. Like, good ideas on paper, interesting ideas, but the execution was very It felt like they sometimes half-assed it. Sometimes. But for The Exorcist, this kind of caused some people to pause. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween 18. I think 5 years ago I gave it like a seven, a seven. Now I may bump it up to a maybe to a 7.5. I don't know, but for this film, The Exorcist, regarding this trailer goes. Now, James, come on, let's talk about the trailer. I'm talking about the trailer now. I I may sound crazy. I actually kind of liked this trailer more than I did the first trailer. I liked it better than I did the first trailer. Listen to my words again. I liked this trailer better than the first trailer. Where I felt like the first trailer was very highly reliant on jump scares and boom moments. Where the second trailer, you guys know how I am on this channel. I appreciate the slow burn, the eeriness, the mood and atmosphere of certain things. And that second trailer felt more like that, where it was more of a build-up. And while I watched the trailer twice now, and I like the trailer. Does that mean I think the movie's gonna be great? No. Do I think the movie's gonna be awesome? No. Does it make me more excited to go see this film? Not really. I don't feel any different now than I did 4 or 5 weeks ago when the first trailer dropped. I don't. But I will say, in terms of trailers, how it was edited, how it was cut, I thought this was the better trailer of the two that we've seen so far. Now, the problem I feel that this movie will have is because Blumhouse is more of a mainstream, highly produced, highly budgeted, everyman horror movie company, that this movie is not going to be what Exorcist fans want it to be. And that is this. The trick of the Exorcist film, and the reason why the Exorcist film works so well, is because yes, you have the moments, you have the crazy, the 360 head spin, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, your mother sucks cocks in hell, all that stuff. You have all that stuff. But the trick was, it was a very character-driven film. Before we even get to the point when Reagan gets possessed, we follow a lot of the priest and his internal struggle. We follow the mom and her struggle trying to deal with what's going on with her daughter, or the conversations with the doctors and the different tests, trying to figure out what's wrong with Reagan. All that stuff. It's a very character-driven film. Some may say it's very, artsy-fartsy, highbrow, fancy horror film. Which, it is. I mean, horror Exorcist film, it is, which is why I'm kind of surprised that the A24 films didn't pick this up. Because, A24 is gets made fun of for being, the pretentious horror films, like Hereditary and Midsommar and all that stuff. Pretentious, highbrow, artsy-fartsy. We're fancy horror films. We're not your, what did Roman Reigns say? Like, we serve filet mignon. We don't serve cheeseburgers here. It's like, okay, whatever. But I feel the Exorcist will be better suited for that. What I'm afraid of is that Blumhouse, David Gordon Green, again, I haven't seen the film, so I don't know. But will it be more character driven than more about? I feel it'll be. I hope it's a highly reliant on the jump scares, on the like boom moments, and will it actually take its time to get to know the family, get to know the father? Like, I mean, Paul talks about it all the time. Like that's why I love Jaws so much, because Jaws spends so much time with the characters that it get us to care about them, so that when shit does hit the fan, we're rooting for these people to make it out. But unfortunately, in this era of horror films, horror fans, we live in a TikTok era. We live in I mean, well, I'm dating myself here, the Vine generation, where everything has to be quick, quick, now, fast, fast, fast. And the attention spans of today's fans are not going to care about that. Nowadays, they'll view the movie as boring because it's not every minute scare fest whatsoever. And that's what The Exorcist is at its core. That is the trick. That is the trick to The Exorcist, why it's so successful. You got to think about this too. The movie came out in 1973, 73 or 74. It was a very different time of movie watching where fans didn't care. They just wanted to go in to be entertained, and that's it. Nowadays, we're like, we're it's microwavable. We want it. We want something quick, easy, digestible. Boom, done. Now moving on. And that's not The Exorcist at all. You can get away with that with a Freddy. You can kind of get away with. You get away with. Not. I'm not shitting on the Terrifier. You can get away with that with Terrifier. In some ways, you get away with it. You can get away with that with Halloween. You can get away with that with Chucky. With The Exorcist, it's different. It's a whole other level of horror films that I believe that today's horror fan will not appreciate. So that's why I'm kind of concerned as how will David Gordon Green and the team execute this film. And when people hate on the trailer, saying it's dog shit and it's nothing we haven't seen before, they're right. They're absolutely correct. I totally understand why they feel that way. Because let's be honest, people, how many exorcism films have we seen since 2003? A lot has come out. A lot. So when we see the scenes like the girl walking down the church going, the body in the blood, body in the blood, body in the blood, all that other stuff, it's not as shocking anymore. Now, if you have that scene when the little girl going, the body in the blood, and it came out in 1977, it will go down as one of the most iconic scenes in horror movie history. Like, oh my God, remember that movie in 1977 when that little girl walked down the church? She was screaming, body in the blood, body in the blood, body in the blood. Nowadays, it's like, okay, what else you got? We've seen this before, So when you add all those factors, that the fans being desensitized to this subject, and my concern of how Blumhouse, David Gordon Green, and the team sorry about that. But how my concern of how they'll execute the movie, all that stuff. This movie doesn't stand a chance. Because I hope that when people go see this film, this isn't your regular exorcism film that you've seen before. Like, like what's like the Exorcism of Emily Rose and all that stuff, and so many other exorcism films that's been released. I hope it's something a little bit different. Let's not forget about this, folks. This movie doesn't have to be spectacular. Now, if you're going into this film expecting it to be just as good as the original, or if not better, then you're part of the problem. I'm sorry, you're definitely part of the problem, because it's not going to meet those expectations. It. It's impossible. You're talking about one of the greatest films of all time. It's not. No. But if you could go into this film and you could walk with it going, you know what? That was all right. That was all right. That's a win. That's how I felt with Halloween 2018 for the most part. You know, because think about what they did with Halloween 2018. Okay, when Halloween 2018 was released, it got like keep in mind, like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of Halloween 2018, but overall, from a fan's perspective, the fans was accepting to it. You know, fans for the most part enjoyed it. You know, fans were saying like, "Oh, this is not Resurrection. This is not Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is not Halloween 5. This is actually one of the best sequels to a Halloween film in a long time. Granted, the bar is low, but overall, the fans accepted it. The fans accepted it for the most part. And then went on to become the highest grossing slasher film of all time. This movie's gonna make bank. I mean, regardless, because we're dropping in October, spooky season, horror movie season. Perfect time to drop the film. But if the fans can walk away with it, being like, you know what? Not as good as the first film, but that was okay. I had a good time watching it. I was entertained. It didn't suck. It wasn't a disaster. Then that in itself is a win. That in itself is a win. Now, because they already planned a trilogy, I think the second one's going to be called Deceiver and all that stuff. Now, how those other films will go, we'll have to wait and see. But if you could go into this film and say to yourself that, you know what, that was all right, then that is a win on Blumhouse and David Gordon Green's part. But I'm rooting for this movie to win. I got my fingers crossed, hoping that it's good. Do I have my concerns? Absolutely, I do. But I'm willing to give this movie a chance. Okay, now I'm not going to be one of those people that that's going to shit on a film, wanting it to fail. I'm not going to be that person. I'm willing to give it a try. And I hope it succeeds. And I hope it succeeds. But as far as this first movie trailer goes, I thought it was better than the first trailer. And yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. But let me know you guys' thoughts on the Exorcist 2 trailer. Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'm gonna go ahead and go out of here, folks. But yeah, Exorcist 2 is vastly approaching. Exorcist 2, Exorcist. But well, technically this is Exorcist 2 because this is Didn't they say this is technically the sequel to the second film? So technically, this is the real, true Exorcist 2, apparently, not the heretic whatsoever. It's fast approaching. October 6th will be here before we know it. I'm looking forward to know everybody's thoughts on the situation. Hit the like and subscribe button. I am out of here. I am Primetime Dave Thomas of Primetime Movie Network, and I am out. Peace.